Circle message. Even though this season of Circle was a little bit more predictable than the others, it was still fun to watch. The cast was great. The energy was immaculate. The strategies were questionable. I mean, I don't know why Marvin got blocked rather than Jennifer when Jennifer had multiple reasons to get blocked from the beginning. It was a great season to watch, and honestly I'm excited to see what the other seasons are going to look like. Hashtag Circle fam, hashtag Circle love, hashtag we all love each other, hashtag keep it real. Send. Action. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Bunny Blue here, and for today's video I want to talk about the new season of The Circle season 5. Now this video is mainly for my own entertainment purposes, so if you disagree with anything, I'm sorry, it is what it is, or you could just like click out of this video like right now. So yeah, the season 5 of The Circle ended, and I kind of just wanted to talk about it because I really liked this season of The Circle. So we're gonna get into that. And before I get started on this video, if you have not seen the season 5 of The Circle, stop watching if you want to prevent spoilers, or if you don't care, keep watching. You do you, boo. So this season was a little bit on the predictable side of who was going to make it to the top like finals. So let's talk about eliminations first. Like, we're going to talk about eliminations, we're going to talk about who's my favorite, who I thought deserved to win, and also just like blah 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 stuff. Okay, right off the bat, when the season first started and they were like, okay, everyone pick who you want to block, I was like, okay, cool, this is quirky. But then when they said that the top 2 influencers that get chosen will have the people that they mentioned be blocked, if that makes sense, the way my jaw fell to the ground, I was like, there is no way. Like, The Circle is known for their twists and turns and wicked stunts, but that was out the window. I was not expecting that. When it was, what's his name, Brett and Zanti, I was like, yeah, dang. But then again, it's the first episode, so you don't really have any connections with the players yet. I knew like there's no way The Circle was going to block 2 people and then just that was it. No, there's always a twist with The Circle. So then the second person to get exited or blocked was Brian, who was playing as Brittany, you know, his daughter. And like at first when he was like saying, oh, I'm like a detective kind of thing, investigator, I'm going to get all the catfish, I was like, okay, let's go Brian. But when he did not show emotions, I was like, you're giving yourself away. Like, you're not portraying yourself as a woman, you're not portraying yourself as someone with a daughter, because like if you have a daughter, a lot of times you make it like a point of your conversation, like, oh, I missed my kids, or just something. Like, he had the face, but he didn't have the personality, and that really got him booted. I feel like that was already established, but I just wanted to say it again. But like I liked Brian. He was really fun. Okay, so next is Bruno, aka Billie Jean. Oh, Bruno was her ex? I kept replaying. I was like, who's Bruno? I think I missed the part when they were like, Bruno's the ex. Low key, I wanted Bruno to be out of there a lot quicker. I didn't vibe with Bruno as much. Like, I don't know. There was something about Bruno that just wasn't hitting me there, you know? But Billie Jean as a character, I really do wish she went as herself. I really like Billie Jean. Her name is Billie Jean, for goodness sake. Like, that is so cool. I gotta give her credit. Like, she made it further than I thought she would. Next we have, bro, when Shubham walked through that door, I was like, oh my gosh, Shubi is back. Our boy Shubi. I was so stoked to see Shubi. But when he was like, I gotta play a girl, because we never knew. Bro, my heart sank. I was like, he's not the catfishing type. I guess it would have been better if he was able to catfish as a guy. But like, The Circle was like, if you're gonna come back, we're gonna make it a challenge for you. He's like, okay, bet, I can do anything. And it was like, that was his anything. But he really tried. he really tried. I'm gonna give him credits for that. It was nice to see Shubi really come in and cause chaos. I feel like we needed Sasha, you know, the character that he played, to come in and cause that chaos, because I feel like everyone was very like comfortable with each other and just like really subtle. But when Shubi came in, was like, let's make a revolution of newcomers, I was like, you know, yes, this is the drama I've been waiting for, I've been craving for. And when he left and he was like, by the way, I started out a revolution, oh my gosh, bro, my heart. Dang, Shubi really did that. He said his 1-2 pieces and then he left, leaving everyone to clean up the mess after him. I was like, you did that, you came back and you did a great job, Shubi, don't feel bad that she got eliminated maybe sooner than you thought. You did a great job. You stirred the pot so well. It was delicious. I ate it all up. So now the next person to get eliminated was Marvin. When Marvin screwed up, I was like, what are you doing? How are you gonna come onto a show and repeatedly just go like,
I had a plan, but like attractive girls are my weakness?
You're really just putting yourself out to be like an unloyal guy. And if you're going to tell national TV, well, I don't know if it's national TV, but on live TV, well, it's not really live, but you know what I mean, that, oh, Raven's my #1 girl, she's my queen, but then I'm gonna have Tamira on the side, you know, she won't be my queen, but she's gonna be there. You're painting yourself out to be the wrong type of dude. Now girls are going to look at that going like, he can do that with me. He did it on live TV. He can definitely do that in private. Marvin, you need to stop using attractive girls as your weakness, okay? If you want to stay committed to one, you need to understand. You can't be like,
oh, sorry, babe. You know, she was attractive, but you know attractive girls are my weakness.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that, hun. You can't do that. But like he played a good game. Like he was smart. He's like what, an engineer or something. He's not an actual personal trainer. He played a good game. He was there for a long time. When I saw him and Chaz and Raven like teaming up, I was like, yes, the Melanin squad, the Melanin group. I was like, I love to see all the Melanin in this season. There were just so many black people. Those two were like the top for like a while, and I was like, I'm here to see it. I love it. Mwah, chef's kiss. Moving on. So after Marvin, we got Tom. Tom is a lovely old chap. I love Tom with all my heart. I love Tom with all my heart. Okay, that's enough. Tom was actually really great. Tom was great. Like, I loved Tom. I was only mad at him when it came to the Jennifer thing. I was like, you are too loyal. Throw her under the bus. You have information. You have information, use it. Because you don't know when they're going to use information against you. And they did. They backstabbed him. When he left this video for like people to watch, I was like, he better throw some shade. No, Tom's too nice. Little Tom didn't leave some negative message. He was all nice and chopping and lad, and I was like, Tom, you're too nice, bro. I love Tom. He was great. He was too loyal, but he was great. Next up, we got Oliver. I really like seeing Oliver enter. Like, seeing Oliver was great. Oliver was very refreshing, actually. My heart broke for him when Chaz thought that he was the when he was the hacker. I was like, no, Chaz, what do you, no, y'all had a nice little flirt session. What do you mean he's a hacker? You don't hear voices, so messages can be taken anyway. There's no tone in text messages, so it's hard to tell if people are really like portraying certain things. When Chaz walked into his room, I was like, Chaz, you're going to turn around and walk back out. There's no way you're here to see Oliver. And when Oliver was like, getting blocked was so much fun. I was like, Oliver! He's so sweet. I loved Oliver. Oliver was great. And he gave Chaz his face pillow. I was like, icon. So now we're entering the top 5. So Brett and Zanti, we already got them in the way. They technically got eliminated first. Just a quick note, when they were the hacker, I was ticked off. I'm actually so mad at how smart they are. You can't lie. Auntie Jennifer was smart. She was smart and quick with it when she was a hacker. She thought, in order to affect Tamira, they're going to have to talk to Sam. And in order to talk to Sam, it would have to be through Chaz. And what better way to convince Sam that they're Chaz is using the husband and wifey method. I was in shambles. And then when they did the whole strategic thing to like get Tom to get out in order to save themselves, so they put Tom last, I was like, no. Like, I get it. Like they said, it's just a game. No hard feelings. That just assures me if I were to be in the circle, I would not last because I'm way too much of an emotional invested person. So I'm just going to think everything is sincere, but also understand people are playing a game. But I would just always be so sincere and understanding, and I'm a big empath. So it's like I just feel people's emotions as they are my own. So I know I would not last in the circle. But I'm not an interesting person, so it's not like I will be on the circle. Well, I guess that means I would have to be a catfish to make myself interesting. Oh gosh, I can't even catfish to save my life. Honestly, I better start practicing. Let me open up Tinder. They were smart with it. Give them credit where credit's due. I'm just thinking like, what's going to go through Tom's head when he's like rewatching the whole season and see exactly how everything went down. I'm gonna be like, he's not gonna feel the same way, is he? Like, imagine rewatching the show. People tell you one thing, you rewatch the show and you see exactly everything else that happened. Bro, I'd be heartbroken. I would be devastated and heartbroken. Like, don't talk to me for weeks, going like everything's a lie. But anyways, that's just me. Tasia, aka Tamira. Bro, Tasia played a great game. Tasia, aka Tamira, she played a great game. To be honest, I don't understand how Tasia got in so far. Like, whenever like people get blocked, I'm always looking at Tamira, like Tasia. I'm like, how are you still here? Like, she really played a really good game. She was under the radar, like before she was like in the spotlight, but then she went under the radar, and it's like she made it to the top 5. I was like, how did you get here? And the fact that she told Raven like this is how the date went, to let Raven know about Marvin. I didn't hate her. Like, she was great. Her personality is so I loved it. Now we are arriving at Raven and Paris. Now I'm going to express with a lot of heart, I love Raven so much. And even though she didn't win, it's not like even though she didn't win, I didn't feel, I don't want to say I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel good either, but I feel like her being in the top 5 was enough to satisfy like her goal of bringing representation to the deaf community, because the fact she even made it so far as the first deaf contestant on a reality TV show is so much to be proud of. Like, I was like, oh my, like my love for Raven. I don't know if she's ever gonna see, I don't know if any of them are ever gonna see it. Watching that show, I was just like taking in like the fire. I took in the fire thing. Then when she did the send, I was always just like watching. When Chad was like, I love you, I was like, watching Raven on that show really, it just sparked something inside of me. It's so hard to explain. Like, I'm getting emotional. It was so beautiful to see a deaf contestant on a live reality TV show doing what they do on a normal basis, just portraying it to the world that they're still just people. And I already understood that even before watching the show, but watching the show just gave me a whole different, I don't know how, but it gave me a whole different perspective on like just, you know, people with a disability. And I'm like, girl, even though you didn't win, you won. Like, she won. She did what she wanted to do. And even though it didn't involve the money at the end, she brought that representation in the best way anyone could. And I feel like because of that, other shows may start to consider like, we should also be doing this, because why aren't you doing that? Because like it brings back to like the whole, like, I'm not going to talk about it, but like the whole thing with like the Sia movie and having Maddie Ziegler, you know, and having like a non-autistic person play an autistic role, it's like, what are you doing? You have autistic people that have like this kind of profession, that are professional enough to do this. Why don't you just get them? And showing how Raven's able to could like participate in a reality TV show definitely is like opening up doors to a lot of new opportunities. I love Raven, but Raven and Paris too. Paris had the style down. I absolutely love seeing Paris translating Raven's way of talking, so in a way that we like, so we can understand. Like, I just loved it. Like the whole attitude, the little thing, the sass. I loved it. Like, you can tell this is like when Paris is talking, I'm like, I don't hear Paris, I hear Raven. Like, that's how much I love it. And then when Michelle got Paris involved in the conversation, he'd be like, okay, this is Paris talking, to let them know. I was like, I love this so much. I was in tears last night, bro. And like, they were asking, okay, Paris, so if you were in the show, who would you be flirting with? And he said Marvin. I was like, Paris, get out of here. Now I just wanna learn more about ASL. Like, I want to learn much more about ASL. Like the fire thing, I keep going back to that too. Like, where everyone's like, I keep going back to this too. I love her, or I love you. That's it, right? Yeah. You see, I learned some things. All right, so now we're getting into Chaz. Oh boy, I'm not going to lie. I knew Chaz was going to make it to the top. I knew the only way he wasn't going to make it to the top if someone screwed him over real bad in a big way. But even when that happened, he still made it to the top. I don't have much to say about Chaz, just because Chaz is exactly what I was expecting from him from the beginning, and I absolutely loved him the whole way through. If I want a Chaz, his fiance is fine. Chaz is fine. It's like, oh my gosh, they're both so fine. I want a Chaz of my own. He's so down to earth. He's understanding. He knows how to communicate properly. Like, I absolutely loved everything about Chaz. The representation that he wanted to bring to his brother by coming in as a nurse. Like, he never really lied. And I was like, he's really just been so true to himself from the beginning. And it's like, I love it. I really just love seeing Chaz on the screen. But Chaz, don't get me wrong, when you were blaming Oliver, when he was blaming Oliver being the hacker, I was like, no, you got it wrong. And then I did get kind of upset when he was saying the reason, like one of the reasons that he blocked Oliver, I guess the main reason was because he was engaged and he didn't want to make it seem like their flirting was an alliance kind of thing, and it's going to turn into a Raven and Marvin thing. I was just thinking, like, I don't know. Is that really a plausible reason to just like block Oliver? But yeah, I absolutely love Chaz, and I wish nothing but the best for him. And him and like Sam were definitely one of my favorite duos. I feel like they're just fantastic. The whole husband and wifey, I feel like they're really good friends now. Like, they really established a strong friendship in the circle, and it was like, I can feel that through the screen. It was like so beautiful. And now for the winner, Sam. Now I'm going to be honest. I will be honest right now. I did not like Sam for the first few episodes. Like maybe the first 3-4 episodes. I wasn't really on board with Sam. It was hard to get a read on the kind of person that she is, although she did put it out there many times, like the kind of person that she is. I just didn't feel it as genuine. I was like, I don't know, like I get so many mixed feelings from you. Like, I don't know how to feel about you, I don't know what to think about you. But then after some time getting used to like her personality and just like the way she is, and just like the kind of energy she gives off, I was like, okay, I'm getting a better understanding. And I feel like that's really important, as it's like the premise of the show about like, you know, first impressions, seeing someone like just from a picture and like some information. It really took me a while to like actually like Sam and get used to the idea of Sam and just like stuff surrounded Sam. So then after that, I started really like understanding. I was like, oh, I really like Sam. And then throughout the show, you get more of her personality, and that's really important because, for example, like I said, when Zanti and Brett got booted off, I was like, I didn't feel anything about them. I don't know what to think about them. But then throughout the show, you start having a different perspective because you get to know a person more. And I guess that's just what the show is about. I don't know what to tell you. But then at the end, I still didn't really like Zanti and Brett, so I guess that was already established. But Sam really did make a big come around for me. Like, I really liked her at the end of it. And then when she went and she was like, I was expecting like that striped shirt and that smile to turn instead of me. I was like, girl, me too. But like, for some reason, I had a gut feeling. I was like, it's not Chaz. It's not Chaz. It has to be Sam. Like, overall, I really liked this season. Like, it was a roller coaster. She really stirred the pot. I'm still going to say that. The representation of deaf people, it was fantastic. I'm excited to see what they're going to do next. But it's like, how many more seasons of the show can they do, you know, before it gets too repetitive? Because like what Shubi said was like, it's a lot more different because now people know what to expect coming into the circle compared to when he was first in the circle as the first ever contestant along with other people. It was like, you don't know what to expect. You're just going with the game. But now because people watch it, you know what to expect. So you start already strategizing like way before time, doing what you're going to do and everything. That way it goes seamless. So I guess going into the circle from now on is going to be a lot harder because people know what to expect, unless the circle decides to switch things up and stir the pot even more. But yeah, so that's basically my perspective on the season 5. I'm happy that Sam won, honestly. Yeah, I'm happy that Sam won. Sam deserves to win. I'll give it to her. I'll give it to Sam. Like, she was in tears. She was crying. I mean, they all do that. But I was just so happy to see Sam win that. So that's basically the end of this video. It was fun to kind of just like, have like some sort of like recap of what happened. Again, this is mostly for my entertainment purposes to like look back and be like, that's how I felt and like that's what happened. But yeah, Raven, I love Raven so much. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Feel free to share your opinions down below. I'm not sure who's gonna see this, but feel free to share any of your opinions down below, how you feel about certain contestants, who was your favorite contestant, who you thought should have won. And yeah, so that's it for today, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.